Jake Tapper.
Woo!
Is that his last name?
Fake Tapper.
Is that really his name? That's probably not even his last name. A new book titled Original Sin by CNN's Jake Tapper and Axios' Alex Thompson revealed that President Joe Biden showed signs of significant cognitive decline during his presidency, including moments of confusion and memory lapse. The Biden White House repeatedly attempted to conceal these issues by dismissing viral videos as cheap fakes. I know Brian Stelter was that dude. What a Humpty Dumpty looking guy. Tactics criticized by Tapper as deliberate misinformation. These screw-ups included not knowing who George Clooney was at a star-studded fundraiser. Bro, a lot of people don't know who the fuck. It's not like George Clooney's Brad Pitt. As well as a disastrous debate performance in June. Can we show this video of Jake the Snake Tapper?
So the White House physician, Dr. Kevin O'Connor, was telling White House aides that President Biden's deterioration of his spine, the degeneration, was so significant that if he fell one more time, that he might have to be in a wheelchair and serve in a wheelchair for his second term. But everybody pushed off the notion that he use a wheelchair until after the election. This is all part of a larger whole where the Biden White House tried to hide the extent of his deterioration, both physical and cognitive, as much as possible. In fact, as we all know, we all saw, as his shuffling gait got worse and worse from 2003 to 2004, they started putting aides around him as he walked to Marine One, the helicopter, that was to kind of hide from public view how bad his gait was, how bad his walking was, his shuffling, and also in case he stumbled again to make sure somebody was there. And this is just of a piece of an overall campaign to try to conceal from the American people the extent to which the president was really struggling to do his job.
What a fake ass dude. Dude, this is the epitome of just trash reporter, anchor, CNN, lying through your teeth to sell a shitty book, shitty book, as if you didn't see what was happening, as if every Democrat was like, "What are you talking about? He's in the best shape. He's up there. He looks muscular. He's like a man." And it's like, what a shameful thing, and just proves to show you. This proved the deep state more than anything because he wasn't making any decisions. Period. So who was it? Who was it? Besides his wife and all these, what's his name?
Sullivan, Blinken.
Sullivan and Blinken. That proved that to be the president, they want this place run by an idea. War, open border, shitting on a country. Everybody's a threat. White people are terrorists. That's
pharma.
Bro, the Democrats, the left, they're just a disgusting group of people, bro.
This right here, we're going to have a whole book of how much they lied to the American public. There's going to be a whole book of it, all right?
It's just about
it could be a series. What do you mean? It could be a fucking series.
Is it out already, the book?
I guess.
Is the book out already?
It's about Biden deterioration.
So I think this should, by the administration, this should be turned into a big deal. Not the Shell thing, this thing. If I was press secretary, I'd be like, hey, there's a whole book right here, how everyone knew that Biden wasn't fit to serve. And we're going to investigate.
Yeah.
Comes out Tuesday, by the way. Original Sin is the name of the book.
I will have to buy it.
I'm going to buy it and wipe my ass with it when I go to the bathroom.
Don't give them the sale.
Yeah, I'll steal it, bro.
Yeah, we'll just print it offline. We'll ask ChatGPT to give us a summary, then we print that out, and then we wipe our asses.
I'll go to California because you could steal and leave and not.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yep.
And what's crazy is, you know what Jake Tapper's role at CNN, by the way, he gets paid, I believe his contract was $7 million, an annual salary of $7 million. Do you know what Jake Tapper's role is with CNN? He serves as the lead Washington anchor. So if you're the lead Washington anchor of CNN, wouldn't you think that this would fall under your job duties to investigate these claims as a reporter, to actually ask some hard-hitting questions? But there's montages out there of him turning down Laura Trump in 2020 when Laura Trump's going, Joe Biden has cognitive decline. You're not a doctor. You can't make that assertion. He was actively part of the process. Yes. He acted in the cover-up, and then he has the fucking cojones to go write a book about how they covered it up. You helped cover it up. Sorry to yell. I know the audience hates that, but you gotta be kidding me. And now you're getting paid to write a book about how you helped cover up a cover-up.
Yeah, he's the worst. He's the worst. Dude, who's going to read that book? I'm very
The
curious.
same people that wrote If I Did It.
If I did, yeah. Connor, what clip is this? This is
This is Don Lemon and Karine Jean-Pierre talking about the same thing.
Two people that are both unemployed.
Don Lemon.
If anything great came out of November 5th, 2024's election, it's that we never have to look at Karine Jean-Pierre
I
ever again.
despise
Do you
her.
remember it was every single day she'd be up there lying to the American public about how great Joe Biden was doing. Now we never see her.
I
It's a
love
treat
it.
to see
She
her
didn't get the
now.
contract with CNN?
What's that?
She
No.
didn't get the contract?
I don't know what that. Listen, I just never want to see her again.
We're gonna
play
see
this
her.
clip
She's a
and our
face
friend
for
Don
radio.
Lemon, the guy that's doing man in the street shit because you suck. Go ahead, play this.
Does the president have the stamina, physically and mentally, do you think, to continue
Lie
on
coming.
even after 2024?
Don, you're asking me this question. Oh my gosh, he's the president of the United States. You know, I can't even keep up with him.
The most difficult part about a meeting with President Biden is preparing for it, because he is
This
sharp,
is an evil piece of shit.
intensely probing, and detail-oriented.
Liar. Professional liar.
Because I've been working very closely with this president for the past 2 years. I've been knowing him for 30 years. And I'm telling you, this
Is that
guy's
cold
tough.
waste everyone
He's
takes? Mr.
smart.
Potato Head,
He's
right?
on his game.
Joe Biden has vision, he has knowledge, he has a strategic thinker.
The president is focused.
Look at those eyes.
He's detail-oriented. He's always thinking about the big picture.
He is engaging.
He had the wasabi
He is
eyes.
capable. He has an incredible record as president.
And I'm
Look at her. Look at this beaut.
on foreign
trips.
He's at the top of his game. So he has a vision, he has knowledge, he has judgment, he has a strategic thinking.
I met with the president, I don't know, 5 or 6 weeks ago, and he seemed fine to me.
I have complete confidence in the
Oh,
president.
there's another one.
I have watched him expertly guide meetings of staff and cabinet members. I could not have more confidence in the
Yeah,
president.
because you're making
I
decisions.
would just tell you that
Scumbag.
I meet
Treasonous
frequently with the president, and every single time I meet with him, he is just fine.
But he is, again, knowledgeable, wise.
Incredibly sharp, incredibly probing, incredible command of the details.
He is sharp. He is on top of things.
There is nothing to these challenges, these suggestions that somehow he's not sharp and he's not capable.
We see Joe Biden up close. We know how attuned he is to
Okay,
the
we can
issue.
stop.
You're gonna
It's
see.
horse shit. Horse shit. And it's unbelievable that, dude, like I said, there has to be something put in place where once we see that type of behavior, Joe Biden's behavior, there has to be a test. There has to be a civilian-run test, Rob, that we all get to watch live stream and say, nope, he failed. Get the fuck out. No.
Do you apply that same to Trump? If Trump
Yes.
started to
Yes.
slip cognitively,
Yeah.
you guys will.
Yeah.
I agree.
I-
So
have
this
to.
isn't a Republican
No,
Democrat
have
thing.
to.
It's about almost like a term limit thing where it's you're too old to serve. Your cognitive function is not there. You're clearly, like when you look at Joe Biden and what happened for the past 4 years prior to Trump taking over, clearly there were people behind the scenes pulling the strings because the guy was on The View and had to turn to his wife looking for answers.
She had to jump in, but here's my thing. Once you're over 60 years old, okay, 60 years old, I know that's a little bit young, and you're the president, I want a yearly test, live stream with the civilian doctor that's not biased, and we get to decide. And we say, and if the doctor says live, no, he has cognitive, he's not, all his faculties aren't on,
That's really boring.
Totally with you, but more than one doctor has to do it.
No,
it can't
what
just
you
be
do,
one,
like, Who Wants to Be a
one
Millionaire?
person.
Like
Well,
a
I mean,
game
it's just,
show
it's
type
but
of
here's
thing.
the thing. It's easy to see, Chris.
Oh, I
It's
get it.
easy
I
to
believe
see.
you.
So if you put Biden in a room and you were like, what,
Right.
add this, what is this?
Right.
Give me a sentence. And he's like,
But one big check, and that one doctor who has all the stroke is going to say like,
well, I mean, it'd have
yeah,
to, it'd
it
be
would
a
just
doctor,
have to
it'd
be like
physical,
a
it'd
committee
be
or
everything.
something. Yeah.
Jeopardy.
Yeah.
Didn't he say he got like the best score ever in like the history of mental acuity tests?
And that's the problem. That's the scariest thing is that the
but
system
Trump.
is set up where that can happen, where a complete shell of a human being could get put in because of COVID, which I think was all set up. They put his ass in, and then, hey, can you answer this question, Mr. President? I can't. They told me I can't ask and answer any more questions. Excuse me, Mr. President. Who's they? You're the leader. You're in charge. Who's the they? Blinken, Sullivan. And yeah. No, I'm not cool with that shit. What's this one? Oh, is there another clip, Connor?
This is the allegation that Joe Biden did not remember who George Clooney was at that big star-studded fundraiser, which is what made Clooney write that op-ed in the first place.
Yeah, okay. He knows how to write. Go ahead.
Just into CNN, a new Biden bombshell, the blockbuster book out next week from our Jake Tapper and Alex Thompson of Axios. This is brand new. Then President Biden did not recognize movie star George Clooney.
Oh, no.
At the June 2024 fundraiser Clooney was co-hosting. In the new book, Original Sin, President Biden's decline, his cover-up, and his disastrous choice to run again, which is coming out next Tuesday, Jake and Alex write, "You know George," the assisting aide told the president, gently reminding him who was in front of him. Yeah, the president said to one of the most recognizable men in the world, the host of this lucrative fundraiser. "Thank you for being here." It was obvious to most everyone standing there that the president did not know who George Clooney was. My panel is about to discuss this rather remarkable revelation. This fundraiser got a lot of attention at the time because of how Biden reacted and being supposedly escorted off the stage by Obama. But at the time, the Biden people are saying, he's fine, the media's overdoing it, and people are jumping on him for no reason. But apparently, he was not fine.
He was not, and there's an emerging consensus among Democrats, not one that helps them through this story exactly.
You can stop this.
But,
bro. And that was.
It looks like if you were making a buddy cop film and you needed the fat cop guy, that would be the fat cop guy. Paul Blart.
Or if a kid was drawing a cop on the paper.
Can you play? This is the clip of him, Obama grabbing him and getting his ass off stage.
It's a classic.
Yeah, look. Yeah, no, look at.
One of the shocking things that we learned at a June fundraiser in Los Angeles, George Clooney was stunned when President Biden appeared to not recognize him. The president was saying, hi. He walked over to George Clooney. The aide says, you know George. And Biden said, yeah, hi, how you doing? And George Clooney attempted small talk. But according to people in that little clutch, it was very apparent that Biden did not recognize George Clooney, one of the most recognizable.
You can stop it. What a revelation! While he's holding his shitty ass book, talking about in the like he's reporting on it. What a hack, freaking shitty ass person, dude. All of them are, bro. And Bajo, anybody in that world that lies like this, I have zero respect for you, bro.
This book should be called 1 Year Late. Because we all were talking about this. Everything he's talking about in his book right now.
2 years or 3 years.
Yeah. And how evident is it just from this segment with us here? How quick, as soon as they have no use for you anymore, they will flip on you in 2 seconds because none of that was, it's all CNN. Everybody from CNN who was swearing to the end that he was sharp as a tack.
Besides the testing and all that stuff, it's just the blatant. The biggest problem, I think, with this country, with everything that's happening, is accountability. Plain and simple. From 2016 with Russia but guys, just so everybody out there knows that we're not just worshiping this freaking Donald Trump. I'm going back to George Bush Jr., okay? I just saw Kid Rock with a photo with him. Like, I got to go to a Rangers game. Check. I got to go hang out with the president. Check. How about you got to hang out with a treasonous war criminal that belongs in prison, if not something worse, meaning the law. But what he did, I want all accountability. None of them get in trouble for it. None of them. He doesn't get in trouble. Clinton, okay, impeached, still stayed in office. Obama, all these, none of them get in trouble. Zero accountability for what you've done. And now all CNN has to do is go, yeah, we didn't know. We were lied to too. It's bullshit. It's absolute bullshit. And until we get accountability, people like us, I lost all faith in this whole freaking system. All of it. Every single one of it. I like Trump. Good job. The country's back. Security's back. Borders closed. Making deals. Fine and dandy. What about the accountability for everybody that not only tried to screw you over, they screwed the country over with freaking COVID. They ruined kids' lives. They ruined businesses. They ruined everything. These kids are never going to come back from that shit. They lied about it all. You shot the guy in the fucking head. Okay? Now what? Nothing? And we talked about this the other day. Thomas Crooks. What do we know about the guy? He had 6 cell phones. He was texting people from overseas. Nothing. And his parents just walk around. No comment. Until we have Accountability. I was talking to somebody on my neck yesterday. I want one person to go to jail. Grab one person in this whole web of deceit, lies, and freaking death. Put one of them in jail.
Actual jail, not like Ghislaine Maxwell.
Not Ghislaine. No, I don't want that. No, I mean put him in prison, bro. Until that happens, guys, I'm
with you.
So if you like this clip, click right here. And if you want to see more like it, click right here. Stay angry, Patriots.